Hi Stampers, it's Elizabeth from StampScrapandMore.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator located in Canada. And how brave am I? I'm wearing a white top. Not smart move when you're stamping, but I am not using red ink today, so I should be safe. So the project I have for you today is an upscaling of simple Tealight candles and a packaging idea. These could be used for an add-on for a birthday present, a hostess gift, buying really nice Tealight candles. They could be a great wedding favor idea. If you were doing a wedding, you know, on a budget, and this would be a really nice idea, but with nice Tealight candles. And I'm going to explain to you why I keep saying nice Tealight candles. But if you stick around to the very end, I've got two Christmas themed ones that hopefully will inspire you if you are a really last minute shopper and you need a stocking stuffer idea. So let's get started. This is the packaging that we're going to be making today using the Simply Elegant stamp set and the Quiet Harvest, the Simply Elegant Designer Series paper and the Quiet Harvest stamp set. Really simple idea. And the reason why I keep saying nice Tealight candles was because I bought these at IKEA last week. Oh my stars, they reek. They reek like smoke. So I'm guessing that's what this means, is smoke. So seriously, I opened them up for another project. Now, I left my craft room and I came back in. I thought, okay, something's burning. They smell like wood burning. I don't like them. So if you bought really nice Tealight candles that had a nice scent to them, they would make a great gift idea. But not these ones. But I'm using them up because that's what I had. So these are going to be my samples. Or if you're, I was thinking too, if you're getting ready for craft fairs for next year, not necessarily this year since the craft season is coming to an end, but these would be a great idea. So let's get started. I'm going to give you some measurements. And folks, they use Stampin' Up's clear envelopes, which are kind of hidden in the catalog. They're with the basic white envelopes. So these are the clear envelopes, and that's what this uses for the packaging. Even better. So we've got our 4 Tealight candles. We need a piece of cardstock that is 4.5 by 4, and on the 4-inch side it is scored at 2. So it's going to be 10-fold. So this is just basic black cardstock. You use whatever cardstock you want that coordinates with the Designer Series paper that you have on hand. I'm using this Simply Elegant Designer Series paper because it is simply elegant, and it is 1 3/4 by 4 1/4. I have 4 strips again of the Simply Elegant Designer Series paper. I should have 4 pieces. Oh, there they are. There's 4, and they are 5 1/4 by 1/2 inch. And that is it for that. Now, I used the layering circles and I used the smallest scallop, and I have 4 in the black cardstock, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with those in a minute. Out of the Designer Series paper, I die cut 4 out of the second largest circle, this one here, using the Designer Series paper. Alrighty. My desk just smells like smoke. It's terrible. I should have taken them back, but it would have been, I had opened them already when I realized what the smell was. Sorry, I'm getting off track again. And then because it's what I do, I'm bringing out my Tasteful Label dies and using this shape right here. I've die cut one of the silver foil. Using the small circle, I've die cut out the copper. Using the large circle, I've die cut out a piece of vellum. And then using this banner right here, I die cut out in basic white. I'm also going to be using the Simply Elegant trim, and we're going to do a little bit of embossing. So let's get started. So maybe I'm going to emboss first. So I've got my banner here, and I'm looking for my stamp that maybe I won't emboss first. Maybe I will clean my desk first and then emboss. It can't be that far. Oh, look, guys, it's right here in front of me. Oh, stars. Okay, so using my Versamark and my embossing buddy, which Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell anymore. I'm just going to take that off. Just rub it across the paper to get any of the oils off or static. And I'm going to stamp the You're Too Kind. Try to make it in the center and straight. And then with my silver embossing foil, or my silver embossing powder, I should say, I'm going to emboss the You're Too Kind. Take off the excess. And I'll bring it up to show you. So You're Too Kind. Oh, I just thought of something. You know what I might do when I'm done? I might put a rhinestone in the, above the, in between the U and the R. Maybe, maybe not. And I'm going to bring out my heat embossing gun. And you'll see it start to melt. There we go. Don't burn your fingers though, so I'm just going to move my fingers to the other side. Embossing is like magic, folks. And you can hear it, see it start to melt. There we go. Okay, so now it's all embossed. You're Too Kind. Look at that, folks. It's even almost straight. Sometimes I amaze myself. Okay, so from the original one, I'm taking this up just a notch. So let me see the original. So this was the original, and when I did it and I flipped it over, I didn't like the look on the back here. So I'm going to take with the smallest circle scallop, this one here, and I'm just going to put them on the bottom of all of the candles. You could have used the larger scallop. However, I wanted to be careful of any burning. So I used the smaller one, and I really went overboard there on the adhesive. So I'm just using the smaller one to cover up the bottom. Whoops. Oh, I'm getting adhesive all over everything. There we go. Now, one thing that I do want to mention to you is when you do this, see how I've got paper on the inside here? If I were to sell these or give them as a gift or hand them out, whatever, I would either on the bottom here put a little label that says please remove paper before burning, or on the back of the packaging here I'd put a little label that says please remove paper before burning. So especially if you're going to use these for a craft fair or something, but I just want to make sure that you're covered. Now the reason why I didn't use the larger scalloped is because there's an indent here, and you would have had to, it wouldn't have sat right. So I used just the inside to cover up the base. So just to cover up that base, you'll see the difference. I think it just looks a little bit nicer. Okay. I've got that done. So now I'm going to take the 4 strips of Designer Series paper, and you might want 2 of them one way and 2 of them the other way. It's totally up to you. You can have them all one way. So you'll see what I did here. I did 2 in the foil and then 2 in the check. You could do them all. I like the foil, so if I were going to do it, I would do it all in the foil, but I'm going to do 2 and 2. And I'm taking my tearing tape and going down the center. Oh, one thing I forgot to share with you. But let me do this first, and then I will show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to take some rubbing alcohol, and I'm just going to rub the outside of each of the candles with the rubbing alcohol. I want to make sure that the wraps stay on the on the candle. I don't want possibility of maybe there's some debris, some dirt, some oils on the outside of the candle. So by taking the rubbing alcohol, I'm just going to eliminate that possibility. So I've got my rubbing alcohol here, and just a cotton ball, and I'm just going to rub around the outside. And you know, I'm not sure if it's really doing anything, but it made me happy, so I'm passing that on to you. There we go. Oh, there it is. I'll put the lid on the rubbing alcohol before I spill it. Okay. And now I'm going to take the adhesive off each of the strips. And I'm going to line it in between the top and the bottom of the Tealight candle. Now, Tealight candles, there's a variety of different shapes and sizes, so you'll have to measure, depending on which ones you get, you will have to measure your Tealight candles to see, especially the depth. And then I do have an overlap here, but I want it to stick. I don't want it to stick on itself. I want it to stick on the candle. So I'm just going to take my scissors and just trim it off so that it's sticking on the tin of the candle, and then really burnish that in like that. That's the first one. And you're going to do that 4 times. Yeah, if you got really nice Tealight candles, I think this would make a really pretty wedding favor. And you know, you could do your own labels for wedding packaging, and you know, do it your own colors, your themed colors. And there's the other one. If you are I've seen some amazing DIY wedding favors, so don't be afraid to think outside the box when it comes to wedding favors. And like I said, if you stick around to the end, I have a couple of Christmas, last minute Christmas theme. Nobody's getting these because I don't like the smell of the candles. There we go. And then the last one is here. A little bit of adhesive on there. This is gorgeous paper. So this will be my last, not my last video, but the next videos will be starting to use a new product from the upcoming celebration and a new mini catalog. I might incorporate some stuff from the new annual catalog, but there won't be anything else from the mini, from the July to December mini. Okay, so now we have all 4 of them really prettily wrapped. Now what I'm going to do is the 4 that I have die cut out in the second smallest layering circle dies. I die cut out one at a scrap paper, and I folded it one way, and then I folded it half the other way, and then I opened it up, and I made a hole in what as close to the middle as I could find. And now I'm going to punch those holes. I've got 2 at a time, and I'm going to punch those holes using a hole puncher or a crocodile. I'm going to use the smallest circle on the crocodile. That's 1, those are 2, and then I'm going to do the other 2. And like that. Okay. And now I've got 2, you've got 4 in the foil, so you can turn 2 up, turn 2 down, do 2 all of the same pattern. But what I did with this one is I alternated. So this one was foil. So this one I'm going to put the dot. Got to tell you that the smell of smoke is so strong that I actually feel my throat, like it's in my throat. That's how strong it is. So let me just drink a cold coffee. It's really cold coffee. Because it's getting in my throat. Why would anybody buy these? Okay, so now I'm just, if it doesn't match the circle directly, just play with the wick a little bit and then get it in the center. You see some of them are not quite center. There we go, and then the last one, like that. Okay, so now we have the 4 candles done. Oh, no, Elizabeth, you did it wrong. You did it wrong. This one I did wrong. I wasn't paying attention. Whoops. These 2 should be the other way around. This one should go here. And this one should go here. There we go. Now you'll see I've got the stripe, the polka dot, and then the foil on the top, and then the foil and the polka dot. And now I'm going to take my clear card bag, clear envelope, I should say, and I'm going to put, with the wicks up, I'm going to put one, I'm going to alternate them, one, and then I'm going to put that one there, and then this one here, and then this one here. And you get 4 in there perfectly. I'm going to flip it over and seal it. Now that's, you know, it's okay. It's okay, but it needs to be taken up a notch. So that's why I said the back of it. It just looks a little bit more finished. And if you had put the larger scallop, I think it would have been too much cardstock, and if it burns, I think then you'd might raise even more, have even more issues. So here we're by having the note saying please remove paper, it's removing this from the candle. And now I've taken my piece of cardstock that is tint, and I'm going to lay it on the top, and you can use just any stapler. And with the prong side up, right? So you've got the prong side up, so there's no, your fingers aren't catching on the back side. I'm just going to layer this on top like that. I'm going to glue that down. And so it's covering the prongs, so you won't get your fingers caught. Okay, and like this. It's not straight, Elizabeth. Have to turn it up towards me. There we go. All right. And now we are going to, I'm going to pop this up with the dimensional. And now it's all about the layering of this, and I'm going to adhere this with some Tombow glue. I'm just going to put it up there like that. This is going to get popped up on like that, so it's going to get, I'm going to put a little bit of Tombow glue on this side, and then I'm going to put some dimensionals on the other rest. Now this is not going to go in the mail, so I do have lots of dimension on this. I'm going to turn this up towards me. Like that. And then the You're Too Kind, I'm popping that up as well. I know I'm harping on to the wedding favor gift, but you could do your own labels with Vistaprint, and package these up with some really nice designer series paper. Do your wedding labels and have them like thank you. You could do a Stampin' Up! Tag that says thank you, and I think it's really pretty. And then the last thing we're going to do is the Simply Elegant trim. And I'm going to just take a bow knot, make a bow knot here. I love this trim because it has a natural curl to it, and it's really nice to work with. And then some blue dot. I have used this trim a lot this year. Between the trim and the Tasteful Label dies, I'm just going to put that on the edge like that. And there you have a really simple packaging. See what I said? It's got like a natural trim to it. So really, really simple packaging. Oops, and there's the back. Now on the back here, I would make a note. If you have really nice handwriting, even better, just please remove paper before burning candle. So that's just referring to removing this paper. Okay, so that's the sort of the elegant non-Christmas themed one. But now I'm going to show you a couple of last minute Christmas themed ones. And it was after the fact that I realized that I should have put something on the bottom because it doesn't look finished to me. So here is the Merry and Bright. And what I did here was I used the red and green foil, but this time I used the adhesive sheets and cut out the strips, and then with the adhesive sheets on the back, ran it through an embossing folder. Forget which one, but any of the embossing folders you could use just to get a bit detail. And then I peeled off the adhesive so that the adhesive is really in there. So that's using, which one is this? This is using the Tidings and Trimming stamp set. And it's just a nice Christmas one. And this one I love. This one I see that I've learned as I went along because they're not, the adhesive's coming up on the edges right there. So I didn't burnish them in very well. So here is the other one using the Peaceful Cabin. And again, I used the metallic silver foil, and just wishing you the best. So those were my two Christmas projects. And then these were You're Too Kind. I think they're really cute. It's just unfortunate I can't give them to anybody because I hate the smell of the candles. So do not buy these candles. This is a no. So I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you stay safe and eat lots of turkey and stuffing and all the good stuff that goes with it, and have fun with your families and your loved ones. And we will talk to you again soon, and we'll be playing from now on with new product from the catalog, from the new mini catalog. Have a good one. Happy stamping and Merry Christmas. Bye.